By 1941, Adolf Hitler stood at the peak of his power. Much of Europe lay under Nazi control, yet the war was far from over. Beyond Germany's eastern border stretched the vast Soviet Union, an enemy Hitler both feared and despised. In 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed a non-aggression pact. It was never meant to last. To Hitler, it was merely a pause, a deception before the true war began. Operation Barbarossa was not just a military campaign, it was an ideological crusade. Hitler sought Lebensraum, living space, and the destruction of communism. The invasion was planned as a war of annihilation. The scale was unprecedented. Over 3 million German and Axis soldiers prepared to strike along an 1,800-mile front. Hitler believed the Soviet Union would collapse in weeks. On June 22, 1941, before dawn, the silence shattered. Without a declaration of war, Nazi Germany launched the largest invasion in human history. German aircraft destroyed thousands of Soviet planes on the ground. Entire Red Army units were caught unprepared. Chaos spread faster than any defense could form. The invasion was divided into 3 massive thrusts: Army Group North toward Leningrad, Center toward Moscow, and South toward Ukraine's rich farmlands. Blitzkrieg, lightning war, swept through Soviet territory. Entire armies were encircled. Hundreds of thousands of Soviet soldiers were captured in weeks. Joseph Stalin refused to believe the invasion was real. Paralyzed by disbelief, he delayed action, costing the Soviet Union precious time. Operation Barbarossa unleashed unimaginable suffering. Civilians were executed, villages destroyed, prisoners starved. This was war without mercy. Behind the front lines followed Einsatzgruppen, death squads tasked with mass executions of Jews, communists, and civilians. Barbarossa marked the beginning of industrialized genocide in the East. At Kiev, the Germans achieved one of the largest encirclements in history, over 600,000 Soviet soldiers captured. Victory seemed inevitable. Army Group Center surged toward Moscow. Hitler believed the Soviet capital would fall before winter. Time, he thought, was on his side. But Russia's vast distances strained German supply lines. Fuel ran low, ammunition lagged behind. The deeper the Germans advanced, the weaker they became. The Soviet Union did not collapse. Instead, it mobilized. Entire factories were moved beyond the Urals.